What happened to Sissy?
Okay. This guy, I guess, was walking around in the property late at night, and
No,
I
no,
guess she
I
come
mean
out of the
now.
barn. She
What'd you
come
do
out
with
of
her
the
body?
barn. She come out of the barn to see who
Well,
it
you
was,
buried it.
and as soon as she come out of the
You
barn,
buried it?
boom, we nailed her.
I'm asking what did you do with Sissy's body?
It's still there.
It's still
It's
laying
still
out
there.
there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Like a week later?
Yeah, it's still there. Well,
Ooh.
what's left of it?
What are you talking about? Shots fired. Nats was saying there was shots fired at your place a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
What's that?
killed my dog. Killed one of my dogs.
Which one?
Sissy. The sweetest one of all.
Sorry to hear that. Oh, you're sure it wasn't your neighbors, or your new renters had nothing to do with it, right?
I don't think so.
Did you call the police on them?
No, that's funny.
Not to change the subject here, but didn't you have an intruder the other day, Vaughn?
Oh, that was like a week ago, dude. Where have you been?
That was last week. Where you been?
Oh well, shit. I guess it doesn't. I guess an intruder is no big deal if it's a week-old story.
Might as well fill him in because he's getting his cameras.
I mean, we're on the computer, man. If shit ain't happening like yesterday or shit, it's moved on. We moved the fuck.
Oh, so we're not going to talk about you had someone literally kill your dog? That's a huge story.
How are you going to move? How are you going to? I mean, what do you expect me to do about it? I mean.
Step one would be call the police and report it. I know they can't do anything, but at least you can have a report on record. So if they try again and you shoot them, you'll be covered. You know what I mean?
I think what I would like for them to do is give us the castle law. If Kentucky would give us the castle law, we'd be just fine.
But you didn't. You weren't out there though. What would you have done if the castle law?
I wasn't. Yeah, I was. I mean, she never had a chance. I mean, as soon as she come out of the barn to see what was going on, boom, nailed her right there at the door.
How do you know that?
Because her body's laying right at the door.
Well, she could have run back to the door.
No, because her body is pointing. No.
So you didn't report. Wait a minute. You still have to report this on because someone shot an animal on your property.
Yeah,
I'm well aware of that.
You gotta report that.
You know what the police will say?
They're not going to solve the case, obviously, but you have to report it so that the police are alert to the fact there's a lunatic running around shooting people, shooting dogs.
Yeah, shooting dogs.
Well, yeah.
So now, if this guy shoots another dog, it's on you because you didn't report it.
What happened to Sissy?
Okay. This guy, I guess, was walking around in the property late at night, and
I mean now. What'd you do with her body?
She come out of the barn to see who
you buried it.
And as soon as she come out of the barn, we nailed her.
I'm asking what did you do with Sissy's body?
It's still there.
It's still laying out there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Like a week later?
Yeah, it's still there. Well, what's left of it? It's still there.
That's morbid.
Yes, yikes, dude. You need to get that.
I left it there because I didn't know what to do.
What is a warning to the other dogs?
I left it there because I didn't know what to do. I mean, we're talking about a huge dog here. We're not talking about,
it's a lot less now. It's smaller now.
We've seen the dog on camera, Vaughn. It's not that big.
You could ask one of your neighbors
too. Bigger than floppy and short.
Ron, why are you too lazy? You can't bury a dead dog because I've got lymphedema in my feet and legs.
He lives on a
back going out, and I got a hip going out.
And plus, you live on a rock.
To come down here and dig a 6-foot grave for that dog? You dumbass motherfucking troll! You ain't gonna do shit.
How are you? I tell you what you need to do, Vaughn. You need to go get you an old dirty blanket and put the rest of the dog in the blanket and then put it in your trash can.
Yeah, something like that. Just dispose
or at least get some topsoil and put it over the dog too.
You just sprinkle some potting soil on it. It'll be fine.
There you go.
Yeah.
That can't be good to have a carcass, though.
Well, I mean, it probably doesn't stink anymore.
You can't blame him. You can't bend down and pick up the dog.
Can't bend down and pick. Do you have any idea how much this dog weighs?
A lot less now.
I've seen the dog on camera.
Considering the fact that the doctor told me don't lift anything over than 5 pounds.
You forget. We saw these dogs on your porch. Remember, you did a video.
When they was a lot younger years
ago.
No.
Recently.
Yeah. Those videos.
Wait a minute. But the dog's been dead for a week. It doesn't weigh the same as it did when it died.
No. Those videos that I showed John were from years ago. Them dogs is big dogs. They're huge. Why do you think I call them hellhounds? Because they're fucking huge.
Right,
Because you
right.
like to make
I
us-
agree with you. I'm agreeing that he was big, but he's been dead a week, so he's a lot less big now.
Well, maybe he's skeleton by now. You know, between the flies.
Oh
and,
no, that takes a
and
long
the
time.
scurrying-
Dude.
vultures
Yeah.
were circling overhead, so he's probably been ate by now.
Well, I mean,
Well,
he
you guys can't really blame him because
It's a
he can't
huge
really bend down
dog.
too.
I'm not blaming anybody, Cisco.
I'm not blaming. It's just a bad situation. It's
It is a bad situation.
Yeah.
She wasn't hurting nobody. She come outside to see who it was, and bam, he shoots her. Okay,
Still, even though it's a
called
week old,
cold-blooded.
I still think you should let the cops know. Like, you know what I mean? Just let them know that someone came on your property at night.
I let them know that they took guns out of my house, and they didn't even.
I
bother sending
understand.
a cruiser.
You're frustrated. I'm not saying they're going to solve the case. I know they're not. I'm just saying for your protection, if you catch somebody, next week sneaking around on your lawn, if you have that report filed and you have to hurt this person, it'll help you. You know what I'm saying? It'll make it so like you had a reason to be afraid.
With the shit. No, I don't think it'll help me with the shit.
So Vaughn, yeah, I didn't know you didn't leave the dog there for a week, but there's must be a company that you can call that'll come and take it if you can't bend down and stuff.
That's the thing. You want me to lift 100-pound dog, and me with a bad back, lymphedema in my feet and legs, and a hip going out. It's not fucking happening, people. Okay, it's just not fucking happening. That'd
be
is a
pretty
huge
challenging.
ass dog, and not only that, but it's even heavier because it's bloated from being dead and shit. So it's going to be bloated, which means it's going to be even heavier. And so yeah, there's no way in hell I'm lifting that dog. Not by myself, at least.
Or buy some topsoil and, like I said, just spread it over, plant some flowers or something.